Hello everyone, I invite you to every Monday's cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC pair to USDT, taking into account the one-day interval. The last few days have been troublesome for many investors and a lot of fears have popped up around the cryptocurrency market, which significantly lowered the valuation of Bitcoin. However, one day was enough to rebuild the losses, and here, first, we will use blue lines to mark the local downtrend channel, from which, as you can see, the price has definitely moved upwards. Now we can move on to marking the places of support in the event of a correction. And here, in the first place, it is worth marking the support at the price of $23,178, the second support at the price of $22,353, the third at the price of $21,650. Then we have a strong support zone from $20,993 to $20,045. Looking the other way, also using the fib retracement tool. First, we will mark a strong resistance zone from $24,034 to $25,226. Only when the price breaks out of this zone and positively tests it will open the way towards the resistance at $28,802. As we can see after turning on the cross 10 and 30 EMAs, we can see that they are still in a downtrend, but there is a definite change in direction. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, where we can see that the energy is gathering strength very slowly. The MACD indicator is on the verge of entering an uptrend, while the RSI has a definite increase. We see that we are approaching the upper limit, which may slow down the current growth or give local correction. As the second chart in the review, we looked at BNB against USDT, as well as on a single-day timeframe. First, using the yellow line marked with the local straight line of the downtrend from which the price comes up, and then with the help of the blue line marked with the straight line of the downtrend at which the price returns. Now let's move on to the designations of support places. And as you can see, we have the first support at $303, the second support at $296, the third support at $290, and the next support at $284. Looking the other way, we can also determine the places where the price should be on the upward path. And here we have the first very strong resistance at the price of $310, which the price concerns, however, quickly returned. The next resistance is at the price of $322, and then the third resistance at the price of $338. As you can see, the CHOP index actually, that the energy quickly gathers strength. MACD indicator indicating entering an uptrend. While on the RSI, a visible strong increase may cause a temporary stagnation or correction. As the third one, we will check the SOL chart on a 4-hour interval. As we can see, the price has broken the downtrend channel marked with blue lines. While locally the yellow line will mark the uptrend lines. Let's start by marking the support spots for the price, and we see that the first support to consider is at $18.86. Then we have the second support at $17.24 and the third support at $15.94. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the places of resistance that the price has to face. And here we see that the price is currently testing strong resistance at $20.55. We continue to have strong resistance at $21.83. Once the price breaks it, it will move towards the resistance at $23.38. The CHOP index indicates that the energy has been used for the current increases. The MACD indicates the continuation of the uptrend, while the RSI is moving in the upper part of the range, which may indicate a temporary correction. The last one in today's chart is the DOT chart in pair to USDT on a one-day interval. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the downtrend channel from which the price has gone up. Moving on, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here, the first support is at $5.47, the second support is at $5.07, the third support is at $4.74, and the fourth support is at $4.41. Looking the other way, we see that the price is fighting the resistance at $6.16, which so far has no strength to break. However, if it manages to break out above, the second resistance is at $6.40, the third at $6.75, and the fourth at $7.18. Please look at the CHOP index, which indicates that we are gaining more and more energy. The MACD indicates that we are close to entering an uptrend, while the RSI also shows a rebound and a lot of room for continuation of the move. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.